True growth happens when you're held accountable. This episode, we're going to be talking about the power of walking through that together in truth. What does it really mean to hold each other accountable in a men's group? How does accountability shape our spiritual walk and strengthen brotherhood? Let's find out.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the New Path, New You podcast. My name is Ron Cool. Thank you so much for joining me. And we are in episode 2 of a 6-part series entitled Next Steps, Growing from Brotherhood to Leadership in Men's Groups. And we're going to be talking about that progression of growth for men, spiritually, personally, professionally, and the leadership development steps that help men move from participants to leaders and change makers in their families, churches, and community. So if you missed the first episode, it was all about taking ownership and making your faith personal. Today, we're going to be talking about stepping into accountability and walking together in truth. Now, accountability is the backbone of a strong men's group. So we're going to explore how to embrace accountability and give access to other guys to give you some accountability. And you're going to feel comfortable about asking for that. And I'm going to share some stories around that. Accountability is the backbone of any strong men's group. Today, we're going to be embracing accountability and the role it plays in spiritual growth. We're going to talk about how to hold others accountable in love. And I'm going to share a couple stories around that. And we're going to pull from the scripture as iron sharpens iron. So one person sharpens another, and that's Proverbs 27:17. When you're in a small group and you're sharing life together with other guys, it is a safe space. It is a space where you can ask for help. It is a space where you can look at the needs of other men, relate to other men, see how you can work together to help each other. But the practice of being answerable for your actions and allowing others, but more importantly, God to help you achieve what is right, that's what this is all about. It starts with humility. And humility is obviously being aware of yourself, your weaknesses, your shortcomings, and admitting them to God. At the end of the day, God already knows. Newsflash, can't hide that from him. It's about you coming to him humble and asking for help. It's about giving guys in your small group access to you, saying, hey, I am struggling with this. And what you'll find is once you share what you're struggling with, 9 times out of 10, someone in that group has already struggled with that and can help you through that. And that brings us to vulnerability. You have to ask a trusted friend, family member, mentor, your accountability partner to help break a pattern of sin or start a new spiritual discipline. I know when the small group is going and we're talking about, hey, I need help with this. And as an accountability partner, it's your role to check in on that person and hold them accountable and lovingly redirect if need. So transparency is key. Being answerable or having an accountability partner to somebody else, they have to be transparent. You have to be transparent. If you truly want help and you truly want to make a difference in that area of your life, you can't lie about progress. You can't lie about it. You can't be half truth of what you're going through. You can't hide something if you actually want to see a breakthrough. Like I said, God knows all of it. He just wants you to come to him and ask for help. And then if you are the accountability partner, handle everything with love and grace, correcting other believers with that love and grace, not judgment, not harsh words. I can share outside of small group. This did not happen in small group, but the harsh words tend to last longer than positive feedback. It doesn't matter if somebody meant to give me positive correction. If it came at me in a negative way, I'm keeping that as harsh words. And then if someone did have an offense or you've offended somebody, ask for forgiveness. Forgiving others is what you're called to do. And I shared this not too long ago in small group. I might have shared it on this podcast, but if you're holding a grudge for something somebody wronged you, or a grudge that maybe somebody offended you, I would almost guarantee they have no idea you're upset with them. It's not bothering them. They're sleeping at night. They have no clue you're mad. The only person that it's affecting is you. You're the one feeling hurt. You're the one that it's eating up inside. You're the one that has anxious thoughts. You're the one that is ruminating on things that have happened over and over and over again. Once you forgive that person and let it go, you're free from all of that. I've been in a situation where I forgave somebody. They didn't even know I was mad at them. If you look at the relationships that you are angry with that person, or that person, quote unquote, wronged you, or you have an offense with that person, maybe ask yourself, do they even know they did something that offended you? Do they even know you are upset? So 3 key points we're going to talk about today. Number 1, why is accountability essential in spiritual growth? Accountability provides the structure and support necessary for growth. It might not be fun. It might not be something that you enjoy. I know I don't like being held accountable. I know I don't like being told I'm doing something wrong. But it encourages me to confront areas of weakness and make conscious efforts to improve spiritually. Without accountability, it's easy to fall into complacency, and we talked about that last episode, so I'm not going to get into that. But you can stay stuck in old habits. True brotherhood allows us to challenge and encourage one another in our walk with Christ, ensuring that we are consistently moving forward in our faith. Number 2, accountability builds trust and honesty in relationships. Trust and honesty are the foundation of any strong relationship, especially in a men's group. Accountability fosters an environment where men feel safe to be vulnerable, share their struggles, and speak truthfully. By committing to honesty, we build a deeper, more meaningful connection that goes beyond surface level relationships. Trust grows when accountability is embraced, creating a space where men can grow together authentically. And we touched on that last episode as well. Number 3, navigating tough conversations with grace. One of the hardest aspects of accountability is having a hard or difficult conversation, especially when addressing areas of weakness or failure. These conversations, when approached with grace and love, can be transformational. Learning how to speak truth in love is essential for navigating tough conversations. Grace allows us to address sensitive issues without judgment, encouraging growth and healing rather than defensiveness. Now I'm going to speak for me. I had to, I'm going to take this out of the small group section for a moment, and I'm going to talk about it with my wife. I had to give her permission to lovingly correct me or adjust a behavior that she wanted to see, because I always acted defensive when she came and wanted to suggest something or change something in me. So she just stopped doing it, which was even more dangerous than me acting defensive. When someone loves you and they're trying to give you loving advice to help you change a behavior for the betterment of you, but you get defensive, that's going to change how that person is going to be wanting to correct you in the future. And you don't want your wives to stop helping you grow. Trust me. Likewise, in a men's group, we have to allow each other access in our lives. And I'm not saying everybody in your men's group should have equal access to you. Pick one or two people and become accountability partners for what you're trying to do. And just because that person you like, and maybe that other person you don't know as well, that other person you don't know as well might have gone through what you're going through. So I'm going to challenge you, don't go to the person that you know the most as an accountability partner unless they've gone through what you need to get better at. I've helped people in these small groups. Likewise, I have been helped in these small groups get through things because I gave access to these people. One guy, he's like, hey, I'm going to do a fast on technology. I'm going to really try to take that part of my life back and put technology to the side. I know you've done that. Will you ask me how my screen time is every week and help me track that and hold me accountable to that? I was absolutely going to help him do that because I went through that myself. That's part of my testimony. So I want to help guys understand how technology is pulling them away from their family, is pulling them away from things that they could be doing for God, for themselves. I guarantee you, if you have a list of to-dos and you put it on your phone or your computer, or you write it on a piece of paper, yet you have your phone available, you won't get as much stuff done as if you put your phone in another room. I heard somewhere, I think the Chinese or somewhere, they have a 25-minute work, uninterrupted, focused, then you get a 5-minute break. Then 25 minutes focused, uninterrupted, no distractions, then you get a 5-minute break. And when they started doing this, everyone became more productive. So I started doing this with my phone. I would put my phone in a different room because if I see it, I have this crazy urge to pick it up and do nothing on it. It's really doing nothing on it. If you think about what you're doing on your phone, is that something you're going to want to tell your grandkids about? Is the game on your phone or social media on your phone something that's making a positive impact in your life or a negative impact in your life? I can't answer that for you, but I guarantee you I can answer it for myself, and it was a negative impact. So if you missed the last episode about taking ownership and making your faith personal, make sure you go back and listen to it. This one's all about accountability and walking together in truth. So I'm going to challenge you to find a guy and ask him to be your accountability partner for something that you need to get better at. And if you don't have an accountability partner or you don't have a small group at your church, reach out to me. Head over to newpathnewU.com, contact me there, or I'm on Instagram at rcoolJr. Message me and say, hey, I'm struggling with this. And if it's something I can help you with, I'll be your accountability partner. If not, I've got guys that are willing to be your accountability partner today. Do not do life by yourself.
2, 1.
But grant access to a guy to help you through what you're going through and help you get on that new path for a new you today. See you next week.